We interrupt this regularly scheduled program to bring you an urgent message from Brad Zabak, Vice President and General Manager of the Boeing 787 program. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Zabak.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
That's next on Maximus. Greetings everybody, Maximus here. Well, some of you probably have heard by now that once again Boeing has halted deliveries of its troubled 787 Dreamliner. But I wanted to give you a more in-depth analysis of exactly what caused this latest snafu. This latest possible defect discovery comes after Boeing finally began delivering Dreamliners again this past August of 2022 after a 14-month delivery halt due to a host of other carbon fiber fuselage defects. However, this couldn't have come at a worse time for Boeing because they plan to return to a production rate of 5 787s per month in 2023. According to a report in Aviation Week, although the reworked 787s were gradually being delivered, the production of all new aircraft has barely moved beyond one per month. Boeing has not delivered a new 787 since January 26th of this year. Just 3 787s were handed over to customers in January, after averaging about 7 per month from September to December of 2022, the first 4 full months following its August delivery restart. But now, even that minimal schedule won't be restarting anytime soon, as once again Dreamliner deliveries have been halted. Okay, so then what's the problem this time? Well, Boeing said they temporarily halted 787 deliveries after notifying the FAA that it conducted additional analysis on a fuselage component. In a statement, the FAA said deliveries will not resume until the FAA is satisfied that the issue has been addressed. Well, that was vague. A fuselage component. There are a lot of fuselage components on a 787, but what component is causing the problem this time? Boeing said the problem was found during a review of certification records prompted by an analysis error from a supplier of the 787's forward pressure bulkhead, a section in the nose of the jet which has caused problems in the past. Well, that unnamed supplier Boeing spoke of is Spirit Aerosystems, which makes the forward bulkheads, as well as the carbon composite fuselage barrels for the Boeing 787. Spirit Aerosystems also makes fuselages for other Boeing and Airbus aircraft as well. Back in July of 2021, Boeing confirmed the issue at the time involved gaps in the forward pressure bulkhead that failed to meet specifications. Boeing said the spacing between joins does not meet its tolerances, which are measured in thousandths of an inch. However, back in 2021 of the issue, Boeing said, the problem did not compromise safety of flight, and it corrected the issue on undelivered jets in its inventory. But at the time back in 2021, Aviation Week reported that Boeing was asked to inspect the interface between the forward pressure bulkhead and the surrounding forward fuselage structure. The 2021 inspection found gaps that exceeded maximum tolerances, and the FAA ordered Boeing to remove and replace every forward pressure bulkhead on every undelivered aircraft. And that would have been a nightmare for Boeing. But as luck would have it, said with tongue firmly planted in cheek, Boeing discovered that the fatigue analysis for the forward bulkhead had been based on incorrect thermal loads. So instead of replacing all the bulkheads, the Boeing fix simply required updated analysis on new limits of inspection intervals and a redesign for future new 787s. The recalculated fixes required the calculation of an updated airworthiness limitation, which will reduce the inspection threshold at which the bulkhead should be inspected from 44,000 cycles to an as-of-yet unspecified number. I'm assuming that number will be much lower than 44,000 cycles, but as of yet, we still don't know that number. But with this latest issue with the forward bulkhead, Boeing seems to be throwing Spirit Aerosystems under the bus. But Spirit Aerosystems is pushing back. Spirit Aerosystems told the Wichita Business Journal that we have provided all the information that Boeing requested on the 787 over the last 2 years. Based on our information we currently have in our interactions with Boeing to date, We believe it is too early to assert that there was an analysis error by Spirit. Kind of a PC way of telling Boeing, hey, don't blame us. And of course, Spirit concluded by saying we will continue to work with Boeing to better understand the specific issue and work cooperatively with them in order to resume 787 deliveries. And as for Boeing, they assure their customers that deliveries will not resume until the FAA is satisfied that the issue has been addressed. But wait, there's more. As if all that wasn't enough, there's more, because separately Boeing said it is also replacing a non-compliant component on some undelivered 787s as well. The trim air muffler, which is a part of the Collins Aerospace-made cabin air distribution system that regulates air temperature and muffles the sound of hot air before it enters the cabin. Boeing said it's coordinating closely with the FAA and customers to determine which 787s will need the muffler replaced. However, Boeing said the issue is not connected to the delivery stoppage and does not pose a safety of flight problem. So there's your update on Boeing's ongoing Dreamliner nightmares. Like I've said before, I love this plane, and not one of them has crashed or taken a human life in its history. So I'm sure Boeing and the FAA will get it figured out eventually. The question is, how long? Well, that's all I have for now. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, if you'd like to help support the channel, the links are in the description. And before you go, I hope you will subscribe, like, share, and ring the bell. And remember, leave the rubber on the runway and your troubles on the ground. And I will see you next time in the air. Yeah, this is Maximus.